Hi guys, today we're going to make a brunch idea which is made with potatoes, sliced thin potatoes. I have here 10 meatballs which I cut in half, a grated cheese here. I have zucchini and carrots and yellow squash, all thinly sliced, with half an onion, milk. We're gonna need some flour to make a bechamel sauce, and let's get started. Here we have 6 potatoes that I peeled. Then we're going to take and slice them in our mandolin, which we're going to slice them the long length of very sharp mandolin and very thinly sliced. We need about 6 potatoes for this dish. Very sharp, and they're very thinly sliced like that. And we're going to butter our bundt dish here, bundt cake dish, with a stick of butter, half a stick to start with, and just butter it all around. Even around the actual center. Make sure it's all nice and buttered. We need this to give it a nice crispy crust, and we're going to layer all our potatoes. It's going to be put in starting like this. And just overlapping the potatoes, leaving some part out. So this is how our potatoes are lined all around, even in the middle. They're easy to fold, they're very paper thin. So we're going to just season them with black pepper all around and salt. And we're going to layer our half meatballs. And we have our oven preheated at 370 for an hour. We're putting them all layered. It's a good idea for brunch or dinner. You can use these for brunch. Nice dish. Shredded mozzarella, about a handful. And we're going to layer another potatoes here, and just layer each. This is how the other layer looks. They're round slices, so they go all around. And while this is all layered, we're going to put another layer of zoodles, carrots, squash, and zucchinis. And we're going to put this all around. These will wilt, and so it just gives it a nice color. And we need some vegetables in here, not all meat. And then we're going just to season it with salt and black pepper. Going to start my bechamel sauce with half a stick of butter and flour. A tablespoon of flour. While our butter melts, we're going to layer thin slices of ham. And you could press this down. Another layer of potatoes, thinly sliced also. Just cover them well, all around. They're equally thin, so they bake evenly. Our flour and our butter is incorporated well. So I have here basil chopped up with 2 cloves of garlic, handful of basil, and we're going to put our milk, whole milk, and mixing this well with our basil and garlic. Gives it a nice flavor for a dish. Just whisking this till it starts to thicken. Our bechamel sauce, which it smells so good from the basil and garlic. And just mixing it till it starts to thicken. And we're going to put over our potatoes, and we're putting more black pepper here. Each layer, black pepper and salt. We're going to put more mozzarella. And then cheese is gonna melt. Our sauce is thickened well. sauce is nice and thick and creamy. Turn off our burner. Just put ladles like this. Are we going to save some sauce after is baked, so we could put some more on top. The potatoes are going to soak up all the sauce. The rest we save for our top. Nice thick creamy white sauce. We're putting more potatoes, laying them. You can layer till your bun pan is filled, and the sauce is gonna blend well with it. And with potatoes you can make so many other dishes, so we're just slicing them thin. And our mandolin is very sharp, so they're equal thinly sliced. They bake together evenly. It's very important to be all thinly sliced together, because some of them can be thick, some of them can be thin. Another layer of black pepper. Salt. We have meatballs still, so we're just gonna spread it. We're gonna make a little mince of meats. Our oven is heated at 370. This goes on our middle rack for an hour. You could put more mozzarella. Our bun is filled, so all we do is flip the potatoes in the corners and just fold them so they can cover the corners. And put mozzarella on top. And bake it for an hour at 375. This could be nice and gooey, and just a little more black pepper on top. Covering it with our foil so it does not bubble and spill out in our oven. Nice and tight. You could also put a pan underneath if you're afraid that it's going to spill. Potatoes are nice and crusty, and give it another 5 minutes before we take it out of the oven.